अस्सलामुअलैकुम सर।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
सर आप हैंग हुए हैं, वीडियो
जी
नहीं आ रही आपकी।
जी।
वीडियो नहीं आ
पिक्चर नहीं आ रही।
रही, हैंग हुए हैं आप।
अच्छा, अब आ रही है। अब आ रही है भाई।
जी सर आ रही है। जी आ रही है बात।
अच्छा, last time we were doing hyperbola, so again we will continue the hyperbola. We were doing exercise 19.10. Exercise 19.10, hyperbola. Hyperbola. The standard equation for the hyperbola was x square upon a square minus y square upon b square equal to 1. X square upon a square minus y square upon b square equal to 1. This is the equation of the hyperbola, standard equation of the hyperbola. This is just like the ellipse. It was x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1. The difference of ellipse and hyperbola is only the sign of negative sign in between them. One may
सर
be
आवाज कम आ रही है, माइक करीब कर दें।
one may be positive, one may be negative. In the hyperbola, one is positive, one is negative. एलिप्स में दोनों पॉजिटिव होते हैं, हाइपरबोला में एक पॉजिटिव होता है एक नेगेटिव होता है, सिर्फ यही डिफरेंस है। और इक्वल टू 1 है, वो उसी तरह है एक्स स्क्वायर अपॉन ए स्क्वायर माइनस वाई स्क्वायर अपॉन बी स्क्वायर इक्वल टू 1। सब माइनस का डिफरेंस है। एलिप्स में प्लस होता था, इसमें माइनस है बीच में। वाई स्क्वायर अपॉन ए स्क्वायर माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर अपॉन बी स्क्वायर हो सकता है और इक्वल टू 1। यानी एक इनमें से एक्स स्क्वायर या वाई स्क्वायर में से एक पॉजिटिव होगा एक नेगेटिव होगा, दोनों पॉजिटिव नहीं होंगे, जबकि एलिप्स में दोनों पॉजिटिव हुआ करते थे। रमशा मंसूर 64074। सिर्फ ये डिफरेंस है इन दोनों में, एलिप्स में और हाइपरबोला में, कि एलिप्स में दोनों पॉजिटिव होते थे, एक्स स्क्वायर भी वाई स्क्वायर भी, और इसमें दोनों में से कोई एक पॉजिटिव होगा एक नेगेटिव होगा। ना तो दोनों पॉजिटिव होंगे ना दोनों नेगेटिव होंगे, कोई एक पॉजिटिव होगा एक नेगेटिव होगा। एलिप्स में हम ये देखा करते थे कि एक्स स्क्वायर के नीचे बड़ा नंबर है या वाई स्क्वायर के नीचे बड़ा नंबर है, विच वन इज ग्रेटर, दैट विल बी द transverse axis of the ellipse, that means the major axis of the ellipse. And here we can see which one is the positive. We are not seeing which one is the larger one, which one of the greater one, which denominator is greater. हम ये देखेंगे which one is positive. If x square is positive, that means the hyperbola will be along x-axis. That means transverse axis along x-axis. If y square is positive, so transverse axis along y-axis. And the third thing, uh, ac square is equal to a square plus b square. This is the relation between A, B and C in the hyperbola. और ellipse में क्या था? There was a C square is equal to A square minus B square. ellipse में था C square is equal to A square minus B square. And here C square is equal to A square plus B square. This is the difference between ellipse and the hyperbola. I think we have done some questions in this exercise. From 1 to 12 are the same type of question. The equations are given. We had to find the foci, vertices, draw each auxiliary rectangle and the asymptotes and sketch the curves. ये हमारा क्वेश्चन थे, ये हमने किए भी थे, कर लिए थे. I think we have done. Question number 1, x square upon 16 minus y square upon 9 equal to 1. That has been done. Then I think we have done question number 8, 9y square minus 2x square is equal to 18. That we have done. Have you done these two questions? Yes, students, have you done these two questions from this exercise? Yes, anyone? Okay, we start question number 13. In question 13 to 24, determine the equation of each hyperbola. ये चले उसमें से हम एक करा देते हैं पहले. I am doing question number 12. From 1 to 12, I think I have done. Now I will again repeat question number 12. I will do again. Question number 12, exercise 19.10. Question number 12. Question number 12. 11x square minus 7y square equal to 77. So there is negative sign in between x square and y square. Therefore, this is the equation of the hyperbola. If it is positive, it will be the equation of the ellipse. If there is only x square, there is no y square, then it will be, or there is only y square, there is no x square. It means there is only one square, either x square or y square. So then it will be the equation of the parabola. And if both are the x square is there, y square is there, it is between the plus sign, and they have the same coefficients, then it will be the equation of the circle. If x square and y square both are there, and they both are positive, and both have the same coefficient, it will be the equation of the circle. If x square and y square is there, and there is plus sign in between them, and both have different coefficients, then it will be the equation of the ellipse. If there are both x square and y square are there, and in between there is negative sign, so it will be the equation of the hyperbola. If there is only one square, x square or y square, either x square is there or y square is there, then it will be the equation of the parabola. So these are the equations of the hyperbola, circle, parabola, and rest. These are the differences between these equations. Okay, now we will do, first of all, we will convert into the standard form. First of all, we will convert into the standard form. How to convert in the standard form? As it is there on the right side, there should be 1. On the right side, there should be 1. Then it will be the standard equation. So how to convert into the 1? If we divide by 77. If we divide by 77, it will become 1. So this term, this term, this term, all the terms in this equation will be divided by 77. So it will become 11x square upon 77 minus 7y square upon 77 equal to 77 upon 77. All the three terms are divided by 77. 1, 11, 7. So it will become x square upon 7 minus y square upon 11 equal to 1. This is the standard equation. If the equation is not standard form, we have to convert into the standard form by dividing the number which is on the right side, so that it will become 1. So this is the standard equation. Now, which one is positive? X square is positive. Therefore, transverse axis along x-axis. X-axis, x square is positive. Transverse axis along x-axis. That means it will be in this way. This will be the hyperbola on the x-axis. So transverse axis along x-axis. So first of all, we'll find the transverse axis, then we'll find the center. Coordinates of the center. What are the coordinates? There is x square means x minus 0 whole square. So x coordinate of the center will be 0. Y square means y minus 0 whole square, as I have told you in the ellipse. Y square means y minus 0 whole square. So y coordinate of the center is 0. These two things has been found. Transverse axis and center. Now, upon the transverse axis along x-axis, therefore, what is the number under x square? That will be a square. So the denominator is 7. That is the number under x square is 7. So therefore, a square is 7. A square is 7. And this will be, conjugate axis will be, b square is 11. B square is 11. We will find a will become plus minus root 7 and b will become plus minus root 11. A and b, we found the values of a and b. Now we will find the value of c. We will use this relation. C square is equal to a square 7, b square is 11. 7 plus 11. We will use this relation. So c square will become under root, 18. So c will become plus minus 18. Plus minus root 18. This is the value of c. This is the value of c. Now everything has been known. Now we will find the vertices for psi. So vertices. Transverse axis along x-axis. Therefore, in the x coordinate or the center, we will add a. In the x coordinate of the center, transverse axis along x-axis. So therefore, A will be added in the x coordinate of the center. So 0 plus minus under root 7, it will become plus minus under root 7, comma, y coordinate remain as it is. Y coordinate, no change in the y coordinate. In the same way, foci and the vertices always be on the same axis. Foci and vertices always be on the same axis. So in the x coordinate, we will add value of c. In the x coordinate of the center, we will add the value of c. So 0 plus minus under root 18. It will become plus minus under root 18. And y coordinate will remain as it is. So these are the coordinates of the foci. These are the coordinates of the vertices. These are the coordinates of the vertices. These are the coordinates of the foci. Now we will find the equation of the asymptotes. Now Ahmad Mirza case 63254. Okay. Now we will find the equation of the asymptotes. We will take it 0. The standard equation will become 0. So x square upon 7, equation of the asymptotes. Equation of the asymptotes, we will take 1 is converted into 0, x square upon 7 minus y square upon 11 equal to 0. Y square will be shifted on the other side. It will become plus y square. So we will take on the left side is equal to x square upon 7. Now 11 of y square will be shifted on the other side. This over there. So y square is equal to 11 upon 7 x square. Take the square root. Take the square root. Y will become plus minus root 11 upon 7 into x. These are the equations of the asymptotes. One is y is equal to plus under root 11 upon 7 into x. The other is y is equal to minus under root 11 upon 7 into x. So one is plus, one is negative. The remaining, the values are same. So this is the equation. These are the two equations of asymptotes because there are two asymptotes in the hyperbola. There are two asymptotes in the hyperbola. So now I will draw the hyperbola, the auxiliary equation, and the asymptotes. All the three things I am going to draw. This is x-axis. X-axis, this
सर
is
थोड़ा
y.
सा नीचे कर लें, लिख रहे थे
जी,
सर, कैमरा नीचे कर लें, लिख रहे थे थोड़ा सा। थैंक यू सर।
I am Hassan Zahir, 64156. Okay, this is the center. Center is 0, 0. This is the center. Origin is the center. See. The vertices plus minus under root 7. Here is the vertex 1. V. Here will be the vertex, other vertex minus. This is plus under root 7, comma 0. And this is minus under root 7, comma 0. Then the foci plus under root 18. Their f plus under root 18, comma 0. There's the other focus, f dash minus under root 18, comma 0. These are the two vertices, two foci. Now the hyperbola will be these are the hyperbola. Now we have to find the auxiliary rectangle. For auxiliary rectangle, we have to take the value of b. B is plus minus under root 11. It will be over there. Plus under root 11 here. Under root 11. And here will be minus under root 11. Draw a straight line. Draw a straight line. Then from here, draw a straight line which is touching the vertex of the hyperbola. Here also draw a straight line which is touching the vertex of the hyperbola. So this is the auxiliary rectangle. This is the auxiliary rectangle. For auxiliary rectangle, we must need B. We have to draw B over there. B will be on the conjugate axis. This is called the conjugate axis. This is called the transverse axis or the axis of symmetry. This is the transverse axis. This is the conjugate axis. So conjugate axis will be B. Transverse axis will be A. This one. This is V. conjugate axis. 2b is the conjugate axis. 2a is the from here to here is the transverse axis, and from here to here is the conjugate axis. So that will be, so this whole will be 2b. In the this is a, this whole will be 2a. From vertex to the vertex itself. That is the transverse axis. That is 2a. In the way from b to b, that is 2b. This is the conjugate axis. Now we have to draw the asymptotes. You will put a scale and draw a line such that which is just touching, not touching the circle, just touching the, it is called just touching the circle. It means it is not actually touching the circle. One asymptote, which is this one, y is equal to plus under root 11 upon 7x. This is the line, this is the asymptote, the equation of this asymptote which is tilting towards the positive x-axis. जिसका झुकाव पॉजिटिव x एक्सिस की तरफ है, इसकी इक्वेशन पॉजिटिव होगी. y is equal to plus अंडर रूट 11 अपॉन 7x. दूसरा एसिम्पटोट इस तरफ होगा. which is tilting toward the negative x-axis. इसकी इक्वेशन नेगेटिव होगी. y is equal to minus under root 11 upon 7x. y is equal to minus under root 11 upon 7x. तो ये इस वाली की इक्वेशन. तो ये दोनों एसिम्पटोट्स है, एक ये एसिम्पटोट्स है, एक ये एसिम्पटोट्स है. इस वाले की नेगेटिव होगी इक्वेशन, इस वाले की पॉजिटिव. तो इसमें हम इसको ड्रॉ करते हैं. तो इसमें मैंने आपको ड्रॉ करना बता दिया, हाउ टू टेक द vertices foci, other vertex foci, the auxiliary rectangle and the asymptotes. ये सब कुछ मैंने बता दिया. और अगर ये इसमें हमारे पास y square upon x square upon 7 minus y square upon 11 equal to 1. इक्वेशन में 1 था. ये तो हमने एसिम्पटोट्स की इक्वेशन निकालने के लिए इसको 0 कर दिया. इक्वेशन में 1 था, ये 1 है. तो ये एक्स स्क्वायर अगर पॉजिटिव है तो इस किस्म की बनेगा. अगर वाई स्क्वायर पॉजिटिव होता तो फिर ये इसकी इस तरह की बनती. अगर वाई स्क्वायर पॉजिटिव होता, यहाँ एक्स स्क्वायर ये होता वाई स्क्वायर अपॉन 7 माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर अपॉन 11. वाई स्क्वायर अपॉन 7 माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर अपॉन 11. तो ये इस किस्म के बन, ये वाई एक्सिस पर बनता. और ये यहां इसकी वो बन जाती, ये कॉन्जुगेट एक्सिस होता, ये जो है इसका ट्रांसवर्स एक्सिस होता. यहाँ वर्टेक्स से वर्टेक्स तक, दिस इज 2a, दिस इज द ट्रांसवर्स एक्सिस. और ये हमारे पास कॉन्जुगेट एक्सिस होता फ्रॉम b टू b, यहां से आता है, दैट इज 2b. और ये हमारे पास इक्वेशन ऑफ द एसिम्पटोट्स इसी तरह बनती, इस तरह बन जाती. फर्क सिर्फ इतना होता, प्लस माइनस 107 अपॉन 11 हो जाता. तो एक पॉजिटिव एक्स एक्सिस में पॉजिटिव वाली पॉजिटिव साइड पर, नेगेटिव वाली नेगेटिव साइड पर जो बन रहा है उसका नेगेटिव होगा. सो इस तरह बनता अगर वाई स्क्वायर पॉजिटिव होता और एक्स स्क्वायर नेगेटिव होता. तो याद रखिए कि ये आपने ध्यान रखना है. और यहाँ वर्टिसेस भी 0 प्लस माइनस √7 वाई कोऑर्डिनेट चेंज हो जाता है इसका. और यहाँ भी वाई कोऑर्डिनेट चेंज होता आ जाता है, एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट 0 रहता है इसका, ये 0 रहते हैं यहाँ दोनों. वाई कोऑर्डिनेट चेंज हो जाता है, यहाँ प्लस माइनस √7 और यहाँ भी प्लस माइनस √18 हो जाता है. तो याद रखिए कि अगर वाई स्क्वायर पॉजिटिव होगा तो इस तरह की इक्वेशन बने, फिगर बनेगी. एक्स स्क्वायर होगा पॉजिटिव तो फिर इस किस्म की इक्वेशन बनेगी. So who has come? Mohammad Gufran Bhatti. So 386. Okay. Okay, students, have you understood this question? Have you all understood this question? Okay, we start the other question. Question number 13. In this question, we have to draw the, we will form the equation. We will form the equation. We will determine the equation. They are given the transverse axis and the foci. Transverse axis and the foci are given. Question number 13. Transverse axis is 6, foci is at plus minus 4 comma 0. We will find the standard equation, then we may convert into the general equation.